that would have been better if we'd have had those pretty ladies linked up first. Now they're looking at our ugly asses.
I thought it was going to be a big score, Wes. I was digging it at first. I don't know. It went downhill for me. It started off at like an 8. It went to like a 3.7. I mean, you know what? They can't all be 10s.
They can't.
I tell myself that since I was dating. They can't all be 10s.
Sometimes the glue's just in your chair, and your glue was in your chair on that one, I think.
Oh, shit, man. You know what? This is a new streak, though, you got going on 2 weeks in a row. Man, it's been a while. I think it was maybe October since the last time we seen you 2 weeks in a row, Wes. So we're glad to have you back this week.
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be on the payroll again, man. I clocked in. I had all my vacation days are used up. Everything now. I'm just floating free.
Yeah, 10 more months to go. Shit, man. We're just going to ride it out, working our ass off.
Paychecks are optional. It's fine.
Man, the shirt's dry. What else can we ask for, huh?
I'm surprised it's dry, but it's one of those nights. But glad to be here, man. It's going to be short-lived, though.
I think your microphone is still a little bit underwater, but man, we're just going to have to.
It may be screwy, man. We'll get that. Hey, go ahead and order me another one, Bill, and send it to my house.
Yeah, well, man, it's rodeo week for us. So most of us, I think Phil's probably leaving tomorrow. I'm leaving, man, tomorrow as well to go down there and load stuff in. And man, I don't know about you, Phil, but man, I've got a ton of questions. People asking me questions, man. I get, hey, man, where do you tag your meat? I'm getting people messaging me. How do you tag meat? Can I pre-trim? I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody that's watching, the rules say you cannot pre-trim. That's what's on the rules. So. Man, I don't know why they're calling me and asking me if they can pre-trim because, man, I don't work for the rodeo. I have no idea. But I do know the rules say you can't pre-trim, No.
And before you pre-trim,
man, bro,
share.
I'll be honest, Bill. I started
3 likes. Hold on, Phil. Hold on. We got to get our likes up. We're at 4. We need to get this up. We've already got 50 people watching this early. Guys, like and share the show, please, especially with the group we've got on tonight.
All right, as soon as we get up to 6, I'll answer. But Bill said, hey, I don't know about you, but I don't know if you're getting a lot of questions. And I started to, Bill, but I was like, man, I don't know. Ask Bill. He won chicken last year. So I hadn't got many questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like
pinning them all my way.
Yeah. No, shit. It is rodeo week. And, man, I know I called some buddies that, they do rodeo today. It went straight to voicemail. And their voicemail box is full. So, man, that's what rodeo week does, man. It's a lot of phone calls. It's a lot of questions. And it just it comes fast and hard, I guess. I don't know.
Did you see that post that Steve Oler put about, things to remember about rodeo cook-off?
I did. I thought it was great. I thought it was very accurate, for the most part. I thought it was super accurate.
What's funny about that list, there was like 10 different things, makes you be prepared to walk 3 miles, bring extra shoes, and bring cash. Man, none of it had anything to do with cooking. It's a social event. It's a party. It is a party. None of that, anything on that list really had to do with cooking.
Man, it was only 10 bullet points, and I think it mentioned liver 4 times. So I mean, more importantly, you go to win the contest, you want to cook good, but guys, take care of your liver. You only got one. So
my biggest regret was not flying down last year, man. Me and Bill talked, and you had the big house and all this stuff, and you guys were on Champions Row, and I couldn't make it happen, and I'm still regretting that. I saw all the videos and stuff, and it pissed me off.
I know it. Every time you try to come to Texas, you hit the high fence and bounce off of it, go straight back to Mississippi.
It's not my fault, man. It's just not.
Man, I had another guy from Mississippi reach out to me today. He's coming to cook rodeo. He lives in Mississippi.
And he was over there. Who's got him cooking?
Man, he's on some rodeo team cooking for, Duck Dynasty or something. I don't know who he's cooking for, but yeah.
He's over there mumbling. He's a fucking
I'll show their ass.
He didn't seem scared to come either, He didn't seem to come,
Hey, we're 5 minutes, 12 seconds in.
The whole show was going down.
Right. So, yeah, I just got back from San Francisco. I was in San Francisco for the weekend for this birthday party. So, man, I'm just trying to fucking reload and reset and kind of get all my shit in the same pile so I know what to put in my truck because we can't move our rigs down there. So I'm digging shit out of my rigs, trying to make sure I've got foil, spatula, everything I need, and it's a bit of a chaotic, but man, we're going to get there. And I've got Australia showing up in the morning. They're borrowing a couple of pits, the guys that helped us out in Australia, and they're going to be at the house at 8:30. And I cleaned the drums the best I could is all I can say.
Can we get a photo of these drums and we can rate these drums? What did you open it and blow in it? Because I've seen those drums when you've cleaned them.
And the effort was there. He just told you he cleaned them the best he could. The effort was
hit
there.
The side, knocked the
and I'll tell you right now, I know the effort was there because, man, Bill don't clean his drums for his contest. So,
that's the cleanest I've ever seen them.
Is that the before or the after, Bill?
That is definitely the after.
That's definitely the after.
Definitely the after. If that thing was a heart, it would need a quadruple bypass.
They like the char.
That's just the lid. The lid was a little dirty, So,
will it pass the jack inspection? That's all we need.
Still have an airflow through that stack.
KP gave me a poker to knock the airflow through that stack. That way you can keep the airflow. You've got a poker made for it, So,
once it gets crusted up enough and hardened enough, it doesn't even drip anymore. It's basically like a new surface.
I think it fills the flavor in, man, and doesn't let the flavor out of that can.
But I talked to the guy Nate. I talked to Nate today, and I said, "Man, what are you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm doing some shopping. Then I'm going back and I'm cleaning the drums you're borrowing." He goes, I was kind of worried about that a little bit, wondering if they were going to be clean. So, man, I did a cook on some dirty drums last week just to practice and see how it
Bill has actually gone to AutoZone and got the oil drum and cooked straight off of it and won. I think he won Brookhaven off of an AutoZone oil drum. Man doesn't give a shit.
But man, we got a lineup tonight, man. It's gonna get crazy, and it's ladies' night tonight, huh?
Jesus.
Yeah, and
fuck.
And they were backstage and they were getting primed and ready. Man, a couple of them
seen some of the annex that we might see tonight, and I'm telling you what, man, I'm a little nervous. Shit,
I got flashed as soon as it was just me and one of the other ladies, and you guys weren't here. Man, they went ahead and did a pre-flash for me and flashed me. I'm like, oh shit! And I said, man, if the tips are big enough tonight, I might go ahead and do a little flash move. So, and we're gonna
and you guys will see nipples and liver spots. I promise you, all night. Now these ladies will get in the back. It looks like they're getting ready for a. I've never seen so much blush and eyeshadow. And you ever seen white rain hairspray fly like that? It is everywhere.
I'm not going to say who was that flashed me, but I will say, man, it rhymes with Hooters and Tooters, you know.
Schaefer's asking, will this
was it Anna?
It's going to be up to the ladies how this goes. Is this going to be memorable, or we're going to try to scrub this from the database? Yeah. I'm about to back out and find out.
Now, we just kind of want to. Well, I don't know if we're going to get. We're always demonetized, but we might actually get banned from YouTube tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, we might. It could get crazy. Now, man, for this segment of the show, Wes is going to be the ringleader of the ladies. Me and Phil are backing out, and man, this is what. And in all fairness to Wes, this was Wes' idea, you know. So, man, we're going to put him in the hen house with these ladies and see how it goes. I'm going to sit back and watch and man have a good time.
I'll be on the couch in the viewing room. Laughing in the background. We're swapping roles tonight, you know.
Right.
So.
And look, I just want to let everybody know. Bill let me know I was in here is the first I am hearing of this as well. The goal was for everybody to back out, but look, I've been scratched by the best of them before. Let's roll. Let's go. I am not leading this thing. I am just keeping it in between the ditches. How about that?
That's perfect, man. We'll let Phil kind of recap his weekend, how much he wants to go into it, and then we'll bring the ladies in, you know. So
yeah, shit. You said you were in San Francisco, Bill. A quick 60-second recap on that, huh?
Yeah, just cooking with a bunch of influencers. It was a buddy of mine, Tone TFTI. He's on Instagram, and man, he invited a bunch of people. He's got a badass place there in San Francisco, and man, we were all everybody was cooking meat. I cooked brisket. The brisket was horrible. I shipped to Snake River there. It was the worst marling I've ever had, but man, they all loved it. So, we can be our own worst critic, but man, they loved it. Man, I had a good time, and man, I don't think anybody cared because, man, in California, you can smoke weed like cigarettes. So, man,
that's the best shit I've ever had.
Yeah,
Man, you can't complain about first place for everybody on a weekend. It sounded like a good time.
No, it was a good time for sure.
Yeah, shit.
You were on a lake, weren't you?
Huh?
You were on a frozen lake doing a little cooking. I saw.
It used to be in the summer. It's a lake. Turns out, in the winter, it's a roller skating rink. No, man, shit. We went up to Minnesota. We did that Fire on the Ice contest. From what I learned a lot about it. Jeff Vanderlinde, he's been, I guess we were at Royal Oak, Bill, and he's like, dude, they're bringing that contest back. I never even heard of it. And he's like, bro, you got to come. And I'm like, fuck, I'm in. I like cold weather. I'm cold natured, and man, I guess I'm easy to like talk into shit, man. I can be y'all come at me with some shit, I'll do it, So yeah, let's do it. And so we put it on the calendar, and I really didn't know what I was getting into for the most part, but yeah, he said, yeah, shit, man, we'll cook on the ice, and man, it's frozen lake, and I'm trying to put it all together in my head, and I never really put it together before I left, but shipped all my shit up there as far as product wise, and some tools and shit, and some cooking equipment. And Jeff, man, he did a really good. I cooked out of his one of his older enclosed trailers. He brought the Jambo in, wheeled his Jambo onto the ice, cooked out of his fish house. So then I was out of his trailer, right, just with a prep table and a couple cabinets and my shit, that I put in there. And Kyle from Hot Daddies, man, I borrowed a couple Hunsaker drums from him, and that's what I cooked on, 2 drums. And man, they're right there on the ice, So we're sitting, man, these drums are literally on 30 inches of ice, running 300 degrees. And, turns out whatever, 7, 8 hours later, when we get done cooking the contest, man, there's about a 3-inch, belly underneath there where it melted the water or what, you think it would melt more, but man, it was, 6 degrees when we landed there on Wednesday. Man, Jeff lined us out with some ice fishing. We got to catch some walleye, and Bubba caught a big old northern perch, man. It was super cool. We felt like we were in, the North Pole, the Antarctica or something, just vast, just nothing as far as you can see but white, which was super cool. And, man, I don't know. We had great weather. We had sunshine. It was, in the teens most of the time, 10 degrees or 12 degrees. And, man, Saturday cooking day, early in the morning when I got started, I had the coat on and it was cold. But as the sun came up, man, I shed the clothes, and man, I didn't even wear a jacket all day. And it's, 15, 18 degrees, but just felt great, so had a blast. Tony, the promoter, and Izades, the resort they do it at, man, they do. It's probably one, there's a lot of good cook-offs out there that really takes care of cookers, but man, it's incredible what they do. They got a golf cart rolling around, Bloody Marys, bourbon, fixing drink. Yep, just, man, it's no charge or whatever. They just super take. Oh no, I know, no shit, And I told Kit, and I'm like, you ain't going? He's like, well, that's a different story. Anyway,
we need to save that one.
Yeah, well, he don't like cold weather. That's what he ended up going with, but we know that ain't the reason. So,
he doesn't like cold weather, but he likes hot Asians.
Man, I'll tell you what, he fucked up on that decision. That's all I'm gonna leave it at, right? So, I know he wished he'd have been there. He missed a big time. It was really, really fun, man. We partied a lot. We cooked a lot. We had a lot of laughs. We got to hang out. We had a decent weekend. We only had one walk. We walked 4th in Brisket, and ended up.
Imagine that.
Yeah. 8th overall. Man, you know what? It's been a while since I've cooked on drums. Like a full comp. I cooked the chicken on the drums a lot of times, but
and he burned every one of his meats.
Man, I kind of fucking just scorched everything. I'm like, man, it's cold. We got to pump these babies, and I did. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, oh shit, everything looks great. And I put the. I just it kind of a little bit ate up with the dumbass or whatever, and I'm like, I just got these 2 drums, and I'm like, I've done a lot of contests on 2 drums, but man, I think the last time, Bill, that I cooked on 2 drums is when UGC'd and I reserved in Gadsden, and Lee kicked me off tour. You remember that? And drug all your shit over to your trailer, right?
No big deal.
I mean, it's 4 years later. I'm a little unseasoned in that, and man, so I'd look in those drums, and man, they're running 300, 315 or whatever. Man, everything looks great, and man, I look at the ribs. I decided, like kind of like a dumbass, to put them on it. I put the brisket on at like 5:45, and I'm like, man, I'll put the ribs on at 7:30. You know what? Let me just go ahead and put the ribs on. I'll slow play it, and I'll free up some room. I'll start getting some meats done. I don't know what my brain was thinking. So I put the ribs on at 5:45, and man, I looked, and I don't know, 7:15. I'm like, oh shit, man, those got a lot of color. I probably need to wrap those guys. And I'm like, well, it hadn't been that long, but man, I'll go a little longer. I got a lot of color. Let's wrap them. So I wrap, and I'm pulling off, and I'm like, I'm scraping them off the rack. Ooh, shit, bottoms are a little. And you thought the tops were dark. I had a little
ashy on the bottom, is what you're saying.
Hey, like that char, and I'm like, oh shit, we're playing from behind, boys. We got these ribs or something else. So, I went ahead and I wrapped them, and I'm like, you know what? They'll soften up in the wrap. It'll be fine. So I went ahead and wrapped them, and then, man, I looked, and I don't know, about 30 minutes later, I looked down at my probe, and it was 210.9. I'm like, what the fuck is 210.9? We're like 8 in the morning. Man, the ribs are probably done,
Play them on ice.
And I'm like, man, I probably didn't put the probe in right. That can't be right. And so let's give them another 10 minutes. I've never wrapped ribs 30 minutes and they're done. Anyway, so I went a little bit longer, and then I'm like, I better check them, man. I don't know, maybe it is right. It's sitting there, and man, I pulled them out, and they were just like, I'm like, oh yeah, they're done. Oh yeah, they're done.
Yeah, you got a McRiddled sandwich going over there.
And we're 8:15 in the morning. Ribs are going in the Cambro. We freed up some room on that drum.
You did cook like Lee Hickle right there. 8:30 going into the Cambro.
I mean, I got kicked off tour, and it's all full circle. I'm like, fucking Lee, man. How many times before the sun came up did Lee have ribs in the Cambro, Bill?
Lee had everything done by about 8:30. Chicken sometimes at 9. He
had it all done before I woke up. Before I woke up, they'd be in the Cambro.
Man, chicken I thought was phenomenal. Pork was good. Brisket had another little bit of a char situation going on. And I didn't know that. Like, I knew the ribs because when I wrapped the brisket, I didn't really catch on until I tried to scrape it off the rack. I'm like, oh shit, and that's when I was about to box. So, and then Carmen's, it's trash. It's trash. It's absolute fucking trash. Worst brisket you have ever cooked in your life. I mean, she's on me pretty good. And man, I'm working my magic on the board. I'm like, and I'm thinking it ain't that bad. I'm like, you're trying to talk yourself into it a little bit. Like, I felt like I had a decent cook, and maybe if we can get around those ribs. But so anyway, we sent the
horrible. You hear in the background, horrible.
Yeah, we got new buttons.
She's your best motivator, isn't she, Phil?
Yeah, and man, I like to do burn ends, but man, I couldn't scrape those burn ends off. I'm like, they were charred, and then I kind of ran out of time. I'm like, take it, send it. So I sent the slices, and she was in there turning it in. I've kind of finished my burn ends like I always do, and I'm like, oh man, those are really good, So I'm like, fucked. Chicken was our best meat, no call. Ribs, we knew we weren't, and we didn't get a call. Pork, it was like, shit, that was another good meat. We didn't get a call, so we're kind of fucked. And she's like, hey, you can forget the ice block, right? And I'm like, yeah, don't be surprised that brisket walks. It did. It walked 4th. We ended up 8th overall. It's a decent weekend. We had a 14th rib, which I thought was a gift. 14th chicken, which, man, y'all go run that again and see if you still got 14th, but whatever. And 20th pork and 4th brisket. We were 8th overall. Top 10 finish, board shit, flying up to the ice country. Jeff Shiggin and grinning, man. He had a great weekend, had over 700, won the contest. And man, I didn't know this. He's like, man, this is the first time I won in Minnesota. Go figure that shit. So congrats, Jeff. You guys rocked it. Teddy and Derek. Shit, man, what a good time. Anybody has the itch to want to go do that contest or do it. And man, I don't know if you remotely like cold weather. I highly suggest you do it. It was
Dude,
badass.
it looked awesome.
Lots of fun.
It's not in Texas, Wes, so you could probably go do that one. Yeah.
Hey, what if I actually go cook that before I come into Texas? Just say it.
We know. You don't have to say it. We know.
Well, boys, the Texas is coming. It's at the end of March. It will happen.
Wow.
Look, nobody. You're not even saying anything. You don't even bring it up. You don't even give me shit about it anymore. You still don't believe it's going to happen.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and back off and turn the show over to you, Wes. So it's
Yeah.
all yours. There's the microphone.
All right,
Man,
man, we'll
let's bring them on. As a matter of fact, look, I'm just going to tell you, as we bring them on, I'm going to slightly back out and shut up, and I'm letting these power women take this show over however you guys want it to go. So let's start bringing them on right now. We got the Tutors. There we go. What's up, Anna? And I think we are sneaking. We're going to give Carmen just a second, get her shirt on, get situated.
Man, I've got my
What's
freaking
up?
on.
Hey!
Look. Barbecue wives matter.
I
Yes.
like it.
Dude, that is awesome.
Howdy,
So
y'all.
You did put on the cowboy hat.
I sure did.
Yeehaw, let's gear up.
One question I do have. Lynn, what's going on? Talk to us.
Well, this was a special occasion, Pimp Daddy
Oh,
West.
Lord.
So I got all did up just for you. I did my hair, and I got on my leopard robe. It's my good robe.
The good road. Well, look, if you know me,
You're so
I like
fancy.
less, not more.
Man, you're so fancy.
Fancy. And over my shoulder, you will see that I have a big cock.
Fancy picture.
And Paul is not
Yes,
even
I
in
do
the
see
room.
the big cock.
And that may be the second one.
And yet Paul's not in the room.
He is going to.
I was about to say, mine's back there, sitting in the recliner.
Oh, hell.
Lynn has to suffer with just a picture of a big cock.
And let me just say, and I'm gonna try to keep it to a minimum. We're already creeping up over 100.
I need to see some money. Some money, make it rain, because the girls got to
Make
win
it
tonight.
rain.
Yes.
Barbecue wives matter.
I need a
Matter.
sticker like that on my trailer. I have one, something about drunk wives matter on my back porch above my window on my cook trailer.
Yeah.
I think I need a
All the ladies
barbecue
always
wives
walk by,
matter
they're
on
like,
the front and a drunk wives on the back. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Lord,
Fishing for a friend.
without a doubt. Well, I don't think anybody. They all know you guys. They don't care about where you came and your team name. You guys are. Before I even go, let's see. We
We got 20
Give us
bucks,
some
girl.
money.
Drink
Uh-oh.
We'll
I
start
have
taking
layers
stuff
on,
off.
I'm just saying.
We'll
Cheers.
start taking it off.
That's our Alaskan pimp. And it starts. Drink up.
It's on.
As I was
John.
saying, John, thank you, my man. This guy is as solid as they come. He's going to do his donation every
love
week.
Show.
Comes
Thank
over high
you,
water.
John. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
This
so
thing
much,
gets more
John.
R-rated towards the end, but you guys keep them coming.
You got to stay to the end, because that's when the big things happen.
Oh, Bill.
So
Anna, you cook in Houston?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, we are.
Nice.
So, okay, so for you ladies know that Houston is a very big deal down here, and you have to be invited on a team or cook with a county or something like that. Like, it's really, really hard to cook Houston. You can't just sign up like we normally do, like a regular cook-off, you know? And so we've always wanted to cook, but on this one, it's a world champion, right? And
Man, why is he chiming in?
Yeah,
Tell
what,
somebody
Yeah,
else
what the
to
fuck you
sit
chiming in
down.
over there?
we need
Anyways.
a peanut gallery.
This is a lady show.
So, if you win, you get a world title, right? So we've always said, well, if we're not listed as head cook, we're not going to cook, because why go cook and then let somebody else get a world title up underneath your neck, right? But then you kind of got to sit back and you got to go, damn, it's Houston, you know? Fuck that, you know? Everybody knows if I go win it, I win it. I don't care, you know? But then at the end of the day, yeah, you know, it's like, dang, if you win, you let somebody else take the title. So anyway, so we've always wanted to cook, and then the past couple months, I was going to put it on Facebook, say, hey, you know, any counties, anybody want us to cook? I mean, go look us up. We've been to the Jack 2 years. I mean, we won our way in over 7.
No big deal.
We're pretty decent. We're okay sometimes, you know.
No big deal.
I mean, and I win a lot of jackpots. I'm really good at desserts, like Carmen. She's badass, you know, as Texas cook. But anyways, so so we was cooking to Irving, and they're like, so Anna, y'all gearing up for Houston? I'm like, no, we're not cooking. And then a couple of our friends like, how are y'all not cooking? Why are y'all not on the team? It's like, nobody's asking.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Stacey Brenneman, one of our very best friends, he called the other night, and he was like, I want you to come cook my chicken, Anna. I was like, okay, well, call me next morning when you're sober. Because I don't know if you're serious.
We got some money.
Did we get more money? So,
I thought we did,
so
but
anyway,
No money. I will make sure you guys know as soon as it comes in. You go ahead, Anna. My bad.
We want more money. Y'all pay up front, and then you can see the stuff at the end. That's the way it goes.
Yes, you need to pay up. So anyway, so the next morning.
Don't be long-winded. Turban. I mean, come on. Things have got to come off. Y'all got to pay to see.
Do you have something under the headdress?
Oh.
I bet you do.
I do.
I bet you do, because I know you so much.
But it might scare you because it hadn't been cut in a while, and it's getting longer and longer. Not quite this long.
You're my girl.
Oh,
is it the same color as your turban?
It's not. I haven't done any wild colors in a while. It's been a while since I've had like the purple hair.
I know the purple. I've seen it purple, and I've seen it blue.
Yep. And I've
always
done
wanted to be
really red, like the really
I haven't
very
seen
deep
you in
red.
the red, but I've seen you in the purple, and I've seen you in the blue, and I mean it just fits you.
Girl.
So what's up, Anna? So now you're cooking with Stacy Lonely.
Yes.
Is it
Lonesome Dove is the cook team that we're with. Yeah.
Yep.
So and then he called me back sober the next day and said, hey, are you coming to cook my chicken? Did I talk him to? I said, yeah, sure. Why not? Scotty just wants to go party and hang out. So then he's like, will you do my Dutch oven too? Sure. Throw it on me.
Throw it at me.
Ain't practice nothing. So of course I ran to town today and I bought a bunch of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to cook yet. I don't know.
I know.
Of course.
That's a hard feat, you know, when you're like put out on the. Oh, Todd.
Lynn's going to take the turban off.
Thank you.
Finally, nuts coming off.
Oh my God,
let her run.
Oh,
baby's let her run.
Down. She let her hair down.
Woo!
I love it.
Look at you.
You look so cute.
I understand now why.
What color is it?
I understand now why you have a cock in a
It's just plain old brown.
What, Jenna? What'd you say?
I said I understand why she has a cock in a painting. I mean,
I get it.
That hair is going to bring in a lot of cock. I'm just saying.
We've officially been pushed off YouTube, ladies. We've got Facebook now.
Do I have to use code?
You don't. Do you? I'm just joking. That's awesome. And by the way, Lynn, I love the hair. I like the length. It looks good.
It's getting there. It's taking it a long time.
Now, just get some of that.
That is
a little on the front.
Like a long time of growth.
This is almost a year, and I mean it's still only
Oh my
Lord.
gosh, girly.
Anna's
It
phone's
looks
ringing.
good.
Yeah,
You're so
Cruz is
popular.
down the road. Cody's got to go get him. No,
Whose
Okay,
phone?
popular.
Do you have a
that's mine.
dollar?
I thought I muted it.
Oh, I
Is
thought
that-
it was like a freaking dollar.
That looks like a
No,
landline.
it's mine. It's not like a landline. Yeah.
You have, here, let me get in the closet.
Yeah. I
Remember those
Hey, I wish we could go back to those days, but look,
I
see, and I
wish
got it plugged in right
to.
now, so there's my cord.
Well, you guys are gonna have fun in
What have
Houston.
you
It
guys
reminds
been
me
up
of
to?
Memphis in May. Everybody wants to do Memphis in May.
Are you doing Memphis in May,
Okay.
Joel?
Mm-mm.
No?
See, I want to
Why
do
not?
Memphis in May so bad. I would love to do Memphis in May.
Joel, why are you not doing that?
Yeah.
It's the same weekend as a KCBS event,
In
Sevierville.
Sevierville. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll
All right.
do Sevierville and then go
Yeah.
to KCBS Invitational.
Oh, nice.
David and I did Memphis in May by ourselves for several years. Wes came to one of them.
There's a $1.99 guy.
Yay! I'll take $1.99.
I mean,
$1.99.
thanks, Caesar. Appreciate
He's
it.
not back on.
Man,
I'm
I'm
just
going to wear my
saying, you
freaking
might not
hat.
get
Got
the whole thing for
No, not yet.
$1.99. You're going to get $1.99's worth.
God
All
dang,
I'm saying.
man.
Hey,
Well-
the question I was going to ask you ladies earlier is, I know where you. I don't want to talk about your success. What is your favorite contest where you have the most fun and you just can't wait to go back to? And you may have one or two, but what is y'all's favorite?
The Royal.
The Royal.
The Royal's always fun because
I mean,
it's like a family reunion.
I
We get
can
to
say
see
the
our friends
Royal.
from that cook KCBS that we don't
Yeah.
ever get to cook with every weekend and stuff like that. But I don't know. There's a lot of them.
yeah, I
think
mean,
they're-
It's
the
kinda fun.
Royal, it has, I mean, it's kind of like it's bad and it's
Mhm.
great experiences for me because every time I go
So
to
me
the
and
Royal, I
Carmen was
always
just talking about
get
this while
hurt.
I go on the phone.
I really do.
How many times can we say cock?
I'm not
in this
losing a
episode?
grill or
Cock is a valid
Listen,
word. It's a
I wish
Last
Cuddy
year-
would have just
It's an animal.
no, seriously, this past
That's what
year I
she
just like
said.
woke up and
in her
my
eye.
eye, I couldn't freaking see out of it. I scratched my cornea. I had to go to a freaking, I mean, an eye doctor just to get freaking like numbing drops. And I mean, it every time at the freaking Royal, it's like
She is
horrible.
accident prone. One time, her and Scotty was playing beanbags, right? And she tripped and fell. And Scotty
I
tried
did.
to grab her. My husband tried to grab her, and she just face planted right in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
luckily, at the time, it was when everybody was wearing masks, so it was during COVID time. She busted her lips and like her teeth and everything. And then so the next day, she had to
was
go to
horrible.
the dentist or something.
It was 2.5
Um,
hours worth of oral surgery.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
terrible.
she got all the doctor's numbers up
But-
there
And
again.
I was there. I was there
hotel
for the
room.
cook. I was there for the cook, and I was there for
Yeah.
Reed. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
trooper.
Okay,
Luckily,
I will
it wasn't
say
that
outside
bad,
of the
but
Royal, my other favorite is Smoke on the Shores.
Smoke on the
I've been
Shores.
to that one.
Carmen always told me
I
about
have
that
been
one.
to that one.
Thursday.
Mhm.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I would
What
love
a-
to go to that one.
What a great contest. I mean, you
If I can
just
talk my
like
husband
walk
into pulling me that
over
far.
and like, yeah, it's gorgeous.
I
Yeah.
like the
That'd be cool.
drive. It's only like an hour. It's awesome.
So lucky.
It's like, where's
I think
Lynn?
when we looked it up,
Home.
You were so
Sleep
lucky.
in her own bed tonight. Hank is going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul literally brings me, we drop off, we set up, and then he goes home and works Thursday, Friday, and rolls in
How
at
amazing.
like
Nice.
4 or 5
That's
o'clock on
cool.
Friday.
What have you been
No.
doing, Lynn? Have you been like just relaxing? What have you guys been doing?
So having withdrawals, like I'm literally,
I bet.
we
Like
have not cooked since
seeing
the
everybody,
Atlanta
like,
barbecue
cooking.
store in November. We
Are
have
you going to Sip and Swine next weekend?
we are Sip and Swine will be our first
So
one
now
for this
you're into
year.
Georgia. I see how it
And
is.
so
Oh, wow.
well, and here's the thing.
Me in Georgia. Now Georgia's wide open.
So
Mop the floor with it.
you know, Cindy
And that big cock on that
Jim-
picture behind you, just mop the floor with it.
Cock the
I mean,
doodle
are we
doo.
having a little spat here? What
No.
the hell?
I need one of them big metal talks.
No, when you go from
Hilarious.
I'm never cooking in Georgia again, and I said that this last year
Wow.
at the ABS Classic.
Did they not
We-
treat
You
we
said
have-
that for what,
we
3
have-
or 4
we-
years?
Our
Did they not
record in
treat you
Georgia
good?
is usually like either we totally Ricky Bobby it, and either we're first or we're last,
Or you're
and usually
freaking
we're
last.
last.
Yeah.
And but we just enjoy going because we know so many people in Georgia.
Yeah.
And so it's
Yeah.
more about
So
going
it's
to
all
see the
about
people.
like, friends and like
Yes.
camaraderie and all of that. I mean, I get
Yeah.
it.
So
So
it's just one of those
hard to not
places.
go.
And we've
So
missed it
that's
the past
region,
2
right,
years.
Lynn? I mean, you're right. Like, you want to just see everybody.
Yeah.
And you have FOMO because all your friends are there.
And
yeah.
it's horrible to sit at home and watch the awards knowing you are not
Oh,
going to
yes,
get a
it
call.
is. Yes, it
You
is.
are not getting a call when
Yeah.
you're sitting at home.
No.
In fairness,
And then you're like,
gotta
where's
get
your
your
friends
I have a
on?
work event that week, so
Sure.
that's my out. I'll see you at Smoke on the Shores.
Well, and we laughed because this year, I mean, we said at the end of the year, we were going to cut back this year and we were not going to chase the points. And so I literally did a search I did the region search and within a 300-mile radius. And so there were several contests that did not even pop up in that, Paul was like, well, what about this contest? And I was like, it's outside that radius. I was like, I didn't even think about it. And so we're staying close. Paul's going to try to work half days, on Friday. We'll roll in on 2 wheels at 5:00 in the evening. And so,
and just
But I do miss
for
people.
me because that's basically our circle.
yeah.
I mean, and mainly because of David's job. So that means you're just going to be at everything we're at.
So pretty much.
True.
So on y'all's cook-off up there and then y'all's KCS and then y'all's regions, do y'all have some? Like, what's y'all's mostly drive? Like 3 or 4 hours, or is it more than 5 or 6 hours drive on Fridays or Thursdays?
So
whenever y'all may do
if we do within a 300-mile radius, it's no more than 5.5 hours. So the only problem is like when we travel into Eastern and we lose that hour to arrive, it's nice coming home, but heading there, a 5-hour trip, really you're taking 6 because you lose that hour when you cross the
Yeah.
line.
When you lose the cross, This
Yeah, I
So
don't
y'all
think
mainly
people
come
realize.
about 5 hours for cook-off?
But 5 hours for
Really?
us has us
Really?
already at 20 contests by
Then that's
like
good.
July.
That's great.
Oh, really?
Well, Lynn, you guys are very centrally located. I think
We
a lot
are.
of good contests that are 5 hours or less,
And we're not.
Jelly, what's y'all's
No,
normal
you're
travel
not.
time on a Sunday?
and we're not. Like we're
you're
out
not.
in
You're
Memphis.
not.
It's limited. I mean, we're getting ready, and we'll Smoke on the Shores for us is pulling the rig is really 3.5, almost 4 hours by car. 3
That's baby
hours
steps.
pushing it, but pulling
That's
that
baby
rig will be
steps.
closer to 4. And
That's
I mean,
baby
Is that your
steps.
I feel like
normal?
we're thrilled to death. We have
That's
South
like,
Haven at the end of April, and it's
It
like,
would be
yay.
3. If it would be 3 hours, I would be like, "We're
Yeah.
going."
Carmen, does that even
Yeah.
get you guys to your city limit? 3 hours?
Carmen,
No,
you would probably
Texas.
say 3 hours. I can go home at night,
No.
right? Like, ooh,
So,
No.
we live in East Texas area, and where we're located, we're kind of
yeah.
close to Louisiana border. So we have like Dallas area, and then we have Houston area, and both of those are about 3-4 hours depending on traffic. And pulling our huge monstrosity, usually about 4 or so, and it depends on what.
Yeah, you do
side.
have a monstrosity.
Hey,
I mean,
Anna
ain't near
has
as bad as
an
the
awesome
motorhome
and
though.
I'm like Anna, I need to use your bathroom. I mean, she has like towels. It smells great.
Thank you.
You know,
Well,
it's
because I want it to feel like
best
home.
trailer ever.
Well, because we had the motorhome, and it was nice. It was comfy, you know. And then whenever Scotty wanted to change over and just to go to one cook trailer with a porch and all, I said, I don't care. I'm not cooking on the ground, and I ain't dealing with no canopies. I'm not
She
doing
already
that.
knew
I
what she
said,
wants.
but in my head, I was like, a cook trailer. I was like, I don't want it to feel like a box, you know, like we're just staying
Do
in a
you have
box.
a
So of course
picture
I
of
have
a
to put my
coffin there?
decorations up and, you know, all that stuff. Because I mean, it's our home away from home every weekend, you know. Sometimes it gets
That's a bullshit statement, Carmen. Wes,
what?
you know what? Where's Fred?
Poker.
Yeah.
Where's Fred?
Fuck
Need to
Fred.
get Fred in here.
You don't need
Okay, but normally we get to travel 3 or 4 hours or so, 4 hours, which makes it great Sunday on the way home with a hangover. But like West Texas and like where Carmen and them live, Carmen lives Central Texas, more
Central.
towards West Texas area, Bandera
Yeah.
over there. So
Yeah.
they're like 5 or 6
Far.
hours away from us. And like,
All right, ladies, let's
traveling
switch
out-
gears. Let's switch gears.
it's a lot.
Texas is a big state.
What's like
Take y'all
what is like, I don't know. What's the
Carmen,
funnest
what is your
thing
favorite
you've
thing to cook?
What's my
What?
funnest thing to cook?
Yeah.
Man, I love the open. That's all I cook.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I love the open. I'm not big on dessert. I mean, I had to
Hey, I got a question for
you know,
you.
practice freaking 20 cheesecakes before I could really get
No, I'm
good
not
at
doing
or
dessert.
20, 30.
Hey,
I
you got
just
any
don't do
tips?
desserts, you know? And here comes Phil. He's like, yeah, we're cooking Wisconsin. And man, I get an email and he's like, he forwarded it to me and he's like, hey, you're in there for freaking drinks. And I'm like, what?
You always rock that though.
Like an alcohol drink. So I'm like scrambling. I'm like, wait, I have to bring an alcohol drink. I have to do the whole KCBS. I have to do what the fuck? So, I was like, okay, all right. So I got a platter. I mean, I do. I have like
You ended up getting everything
platters
while you're
and
there.
you know, shot glasses and everything. So I was like, okay. I'm gonna get my girlfriend, Kathy Tant, Kathy Tant. Man, she
She's
sent
a
me
doll. Oh, that's nice.
she sent me some apple pie moonshine, you know. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna do shots and then top it off with, you know, Phil was like, man, top it off with some, you know, whipped cream and sprinkle it, you know, we did some flambe like apples on there and
You lost
I
me at
turned that
flambe.
in. Must have got 11th, but whatever.
I
I'm not.
did
I mean,
ancillaries.
yeah, I'm
And-
big
and
on. I'm
Lynn,
big
I
on
don't
the
think you do
open. I'm big on the.
ancillaries.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't like doing
Lynn,
the
you went
ancillaries,
through
Billy?
them.
You
Well,
don't like doing
one
them, Billy?
was mudslides.
Ooh,
They had mudslides.
that's what
Yeah.
won?
Yeah, mudslides,
Ooh.
and then they had like a flambe, like marshmallow. I saw them do it. I was like,
Ooh, that sounds
man,
good.
dude, y'all are gonna win.
The
You
marshmallow
know,
don't go on top of the mudslide.
So David's in the liquor industry. So every now and then when he gets a burr up his butt and says, oh, we're going to do the liquor injury.
yeah.
Because he seems to think maybe we have the latest, greatest. I wouldn't say they're terrible, but they're just so over the top. I don't have the time and the patience for it.
I know.
I
It's
don't
like-
I don't like we
Wait,
have our little
wait.
meats. I cook ribs, share responsibility for chicken and pork and brisket, but
Yeah.
like,
You don't have time for it.
I can't do. They're the
You
feeling.
do everything.
I love doing the meats and turning them in, and when brisket's turned in, the feeling I have when that is turned in, that I'm like, okay, now I can relax.
You're
and
like,
have a drink.
"Oh,
The thought
I can
that
go get a
have
shower."
to do like something else, I don't want any of it. I just want to
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
cut it
See,
off.
that's my thing. Like I love doing the jackpots. I love doing all of them. I don't care what it is. And a lot of times the jackpots pay
Anna,
out a
you
lot.
took everything. Scotty's just
I
sitting
do.
on his ass.
Scotty just fucking says that. Just like while I go packing. Scotty just fucking pulls me around and makes his injections and trims his meat. Just shows up.
Man,
and cooks.
he don't do shit.
The motherfucker goes in there and takes a nap during the day, or him and Cruz is in there playing video games.
I mean,
Like,
he
okay,
really looks
I got
like.
a chicken.
He's playing video games with my son.
Yeah. With Reed and Cruz.
We're
So
in a
Reed and
pool
Cruz
with
are
Reed
best
and
friends, right?
Cruz.
No
Oh my
shit.
God.
Well, we have an hour turn in. Most of the time we have an hour turn in or an hour and a half. But yeah, a lot of times
Kids,
Scotty being there
here's
fucking playing with
Anna.
the
Freaking sweating
kids.
balls.
See that, Lynn? An hour turn in.
We did that
But-
this last year.
Hey,
We
and
went to the
then
bar.
sometimes we have an hour and a half. You want to talk about twiddle your damn thumbs with an hour and a half.
I know.
But we had so
IBCA,
IBCA started out. Everybody did IBCA for years down here. Everybody
yeah.
broke their teeth on IBCA, right? And it was an hour and a half turn-ins. Well, then CBA come along, and we had our turn-ins, right? And everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my goodness, no, man, best thing ever."
No.
Great. And then when
Just-
we do KCBS's, we're like 30 minutes, we're like, but man,
Huddle
it just
up,
makes it go
motherfuckers.
so smooth.
Lynn needs to put her turban back on.
Okay, so what I was getting
I
at,
don't
like you
know.
were saying,
I think unless we get some more money, the
I
robe is
know.
not
Yeah.
coming off.
Lynn, you
Somebody
need
needs
to
to,
take your britches off. That's what you need to do.
Don't have any to take off.
so Jolie, like you were saying, you don't like to mess with jackpots whenever they interfere with your meats, and I don't. Like if they're on Fridays, I love it. Or like sometimes I don't like it after
Thank
brisket
you,
come in,
AC.
or like a lot of times we'll have beans or Bloody Marys or something like that before we turn in chicken.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
usually
cool.
that's good, but
Yeah.
I always like it.
I remember doing. I can remember
Yeah.
doing like all of the ancillaries years ago,
Yeah.
and such simple stuff would win. I mean, I was always like, if I
Don't
can't
that piss
buy
you
the
off?
Dollar
That
General,
pisses me off.
then yeah,
No, it's just
I don't want to
you go the
spend.
Jack and you see all these desserts and stuff or the royal,
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
what
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Me and
Yeah.
Carmen were just talking about this on the phone
We
earlier
were
about how
talking about it.
the way
Yeah.
that we cook and the stuff that we trend. We do chefy shit. We do we like cooking beautiful food. We're women. You eat with your eyes. You cook beautiful food.
Yeah.
And so
I mean,
and then it pisses you off when you see somebody else turn
you
in,
guys
like,
have been
that one. Good for you. It must have tasted good.
all on the trail like for a long time, and y'all are
Mhm.
KCBS cooks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you come down here to Texas and you go to the Houston rodeo, and man, people post their stuff, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
That's
But-
just like any
and-
comp on any
But it
biscuit,
makes
you know?
what? It might taste good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
That's what I
okay.
say all the time.
I mean, that's
I
okay.
see that when people post their meat pics.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
like, I
And it's like a
have
couple
tore
weeks
it up
ago.
with an ice cream
Yeah.
sandwich. An
I
ice cream
know
sandwich
Jonelle
Now
would
the
be
New
making
Spice
it a
brisket,
7
You gotta be
or a
kidding
freaking
me.
5.
Some
I-
people just don't need to post their pics. Can I just say that right now? Like
Shit.
we
I
used
was
to,
turning
and we
that-
don't anymore.
God.
Because then you're competing against pictures that are like, and I give them grace on like the photo, and Bill Purvis is the king of photos.
Oh,
Yes. I
yeah.
wish I could.
Like, oh
But
my
I
god,
can tell you Bill Purvis's stuff backs
I
up
needed
that photo.
I
yeah,
needed
100%. I agree.
For
so
sure.
in my mind, I'm giving these people grace like on their photos, but I'm like,
Right.
what
my pictures never look like my
then
meat.
they they place so high, and I'm like, it had to taste damn good because it looks
Yeah.
like dog shit. It looks like
And
it
we're
does.
our own-
Y'all,
I mean,
y'all know I'm.
shit,
Y'all know
we
I'm
would be
speaking
the
the
worst
truth.
freaking judges because I probably would
Oh yeah.
What did Wes say?
What did he say?
Seriously, I'm unfriending you. You post an ugly ass barbecue pic. Not that I'm some big
You're
fan,
done.
but I'm unfriending you because
You're done.
your barbecue is ugly. I said it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I
and you
said
beat
it
my ass.
too. I
It
mean,
makes me mad.
God.
It will still hurt your feelings real quick when you go, And I got a 7 in appearance.
Yes.
Oh, I
and that was
know.
180.
Yes.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Yeah.
Hell
For
no.
us on the KCBS side, at least for me, it reinforces like this craziness is, in my opinion, that's going on with the judging and the scoring. It's
Yeah, I
like,
think
And
wait
y'all
a
have
minute, are
professional
we
judges.
just, is everybody a snowflake and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings? Like, give me a freaking break. Like,
It'd be hard on those.
Well, y'all have
motherfuckers.
professional judges.
Sorry.
Down here, we have
Somebody
judges
not-
come in off the street. Anybody, your grandma can judge here. Up there, it's a little bit different. So
Yeah.
well,
And
I
they
would
haul
say-
in. They haul in like the homeless shelters.
Mhm. And
but at
the
least
head
then you know
judges,
you're cooking to fall
That's
off
it.
the
I mean, I won't say
bone.
what
They
contest
want a
they
little
did.
smoke. They
Mhm.
want, they want restaurant barbecue. No offense, and I don't
And
mean that
so-
offendingly, right? Like,
you're right. Yeah.
then
Most of the time,
we're
it's like,
we're cooking to a standard that it's like, yeah, you heard that. We have professional judges. I hear you, little gringo. But they all are you, buddy.
Man, we ain't.
We got people
mean-
that said I scored down because there wasn't enough meat in the box, in my opinion. There were 6 pieces, but
Oh,
they
wow.
scored down because there wasn't enough meat in the box, in their opinion. I mean, that's
But
what
you got
with.
you put 6 full freaking pieces in the box.
Yes.
I've always been the type of, I fill the box up. I make a big, pretty box. If you can, most of the time. But most of ours down here is like, well, CBA is different. You can put in however many you want in the box. Like Outlaw, and we cook over in Louisiana because we're close to Louisiana. We're one of, there's
But
a
you have
couple
a
of other
minimum amount you have to
that
put
would
in there, right?
Do what?
You have a minimum amount you have to put in there, right?
Yes, a lot of times is. So like we either have to do 7 or 8. And then like BCA, they used to tell you had to put 4 like this and 3 stacked on top. Like you had to stack your ribs. I'm sorry, your ribs. You had to stack them on top. You couldn't counter them like this. They couldn't go like this
There
in the
ain't
box. They had to
parallel
go
to the damn
straight
hinge.
on top. Yeah, but they had to go straight on, set on top of each other. They couldn't cascade over, like this or anything like
So
that.
then when you
Parallel
put
to
your
the
box
hinge.
in and something falls, did they count you off?
Well, theirs is a 1 through
Parallel
10.
to the
So
hinge.
they don't do like, it just has one score. Like they don't have their opinion appearance is part of it. Like they tell you it's it's appearance, taste, and texture, but then they give you one score. So you got to kill them with taste on that. So when we do over there, yeah, we still cook pretty, but they changed the rule. You don't have to do it like that anymore. You can stack your ribs a little bit different. But I never did like it because we always like to cook monster ribs down here, and we'd we call it Hollywood cut or crunch cut, where you cut them, you know what I'm talking about. So you make
Sacrifice
the
the bone to get more meat.
and they're just
You get more meat
and so-
on the Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And so a lot of times
You don't
the
know
box
when they
would
pick it up
cook
which
meat.
side they're going to bite it on, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's what I said. I said, most 90% of people is right-handed. So you always want to try to feed them the meat, what they're going to eat. Just like I like putting my breast in my box of my chicken.
you like to put your breast in your box?
Well,
That's what I heard.
Put your breasts in
I think that's worth some money right there.
Get
Get some money, people.
Smokers likes to put her breast in a box.
But like
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nobody. Look, not even a damn comment.
We have
Everybody's
John.
leaving us. They don't even watch us.
We got
Liz,
John.
like, I knew Joelle was crazy, but I
Man,
did not know
John's
she
like
was
the
this
best,
crazy.
bro. He's like the best. John, get in there.
I'm a little bit
Little
mad.
Ringo, come on.
No, but putting your meat in the box, like you said, the way that I was talking about ribs and stuff, and like putting my chicken in a box. So I'm a dark meat person. I like eating dark meat. Scotty is a white meat. He's a breast type. So they've always said you put the meat up front
Scotty's a
that
breast
you.
guy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I always put, if I'm turning in something, I'm going to put my breast forward.
Yeah.
Ah!
Put 'em forward.
Thank you.
I got a whole $20. $20.
Carmen, push her breast forward.
Hell yeah.
Barbecue wives matter. We do matter.
John, he's like
What I'm talking about.
He's the best.
What's up with a lot being
Love you,
barbecue
John.
wives?
That's awesome.
John's like the best. He really is.
Hey, ladies, why
Everyone,
y'all actually, hold on? Why y'all took a breath? Thank God for just a minute. I want to ask y'all in y'all's time. I want y'all to go one through. What is the worst turn-in that you guys can remember at a contest? And I'm out.
Okay, the worst turn-in that I've ever turned in?
No, just your team. Just your
Hang
team. That you can remember and go back to and be like,
oh my
holy
God,
shit.
Brian. No, I'm taking notes and all.
Man, I need to time out. Hold on.
Oh, Brian. Love you.
I don't know,
Hold
but I can
on.
help Carmen with this. And she didn't even turn it in. But Phil started cussing her about it. He put brisket. He was going to cook his chicken. And he takes brisket fat and puts on the old smoky. And then puts his chicken on it. He swore they was cooking right behind us, right? Our trailers was butted up to this together. Phil, I know you hear me in the background. But anyways, the brisket fat flamed up and charred that fucking chicken. And Carmen comes up there, she's like,
oh my gosh.
what's going on with this chicken? What's happening? Carmen, did you hear what I was talking about?
No.
The chicken in Alvin?
Another drink. What?
About the Phil putting the brisket fat on the Alvin whenever he put the brisket fat on the old smoky and it flamed up the chicken.
Oh, no.
And then he turns to Carmen and wants to blame it on her. We're like, then Scotty was like, man, you didn't even tell her. You didn't even tell her. She said, oh,
I was like,
man,
I was like, what the fuck?
By the way, I need therapy. I asked my husband to bring me some more whiskey. He said, no, he can't understand us.
What?
I said, can you bring me some more whiskey? He said, I can't understand y'all. Nope.
That's like,
he'll show up.
No,
if he knows what's smart, he'll show up.
Hey, Lynn, have we embarrassed you? Have we offended you?
No, why?
I have just never seen so few words, and I'm thinking maybe you're sick.
I know.
I'm messing with you.
I usually am one.
Cook around Lynn a lot. Lynn is the life of the whole contest.
The road
This girl is nuclear.
Are you just wanting to see my shirt? Are you just wanting to see what I've got on? Carmen's got her shirt.
If you could just take the house coat off and we'll take whatever.
Let me see it, Lynn. Let me see
what
you got. Come on.
Paul's not there, right?
Drum roll, please.
He is somewhere, and he's probably watching, and I'm sure he's like,
drum roll, please.
That's not me.
Respect, sir.
That's not me standing over her shoulder.
We all know that now.
I wore a special shirt.
Ooh.
It's my hot and fast.
Oh. Wouldn't that be
oh my God.
See it, baby.
I
want to see it.
This freaking menopause.
Take it off slowly.
Take it off.
Stand up while you take it off. Drag it slowly.
Is that wrong? The fan zone over there?
Boom.
Lift and separate. Hot and fast.
I love it.
Baby, you are.
This was one of my I acquired this shirt at the American Royal our first time. Was this past year? We'd never been to the American Royal before. It was very, very overwhelming.
Y'all were royal virgins.
This year was your first year?
I love it.
You don't know about the Waffle House.
I kept saying no. I was the one who Paul wanted to go, and I was like, but there's so many people. There's just so many people, and everybody's like, you guys got to do it at least once.
Yeah.
And so we finally did, because you never know when you won't qualify to get to go. So it was like, okay, we better go.
And
that was us for a long time.
How was your experience? Was it like amazing?
Oh.
Or?
It was awesome. We were very, very lucky to get included in a lot of things that we had not planned. We had no clue. We just fell in, and anytime anybody had something that they were doing, we got to go to the Prairie First tent, which was pretty amazing. There are some big stuff that goes on. The Snake River.
I know.
Anella does just an outstanding job.
She is like the best of the best, and it was like
I didn't get to go down there.
It was like Halloween weekend, and
it was.
Like bubbles, and we all dressed up. I know I dressed up.
Yep.
I dressed up as like a hobo, and I had my
margaritas
sign. We'll work for freaking margaritas.
I remember that. I think that's what's fun about the Royal, though, is that you feel like as a team you're being celebrated, right? That whole Thursday event, like you're just there to be celebrated as a team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun, and there's just so much to do. And I mean, people just really, really go all out.
Yeah, everybody's like camaraderie and like such a good.
We celebrated my 40th birthday. Robert and Chris surprised me with a birthday party.
Yeah,
nice. Happy birthday!
Yeah, Carmen and Phil, a bunch of our friends get together. It's fun. Yeah, it's a good time.
I like the Halloween because Hank had, because of course our dog goes with us everywhere. And so Hank was a bull, and he wound up on the American Royal page. Everybody was just like, oh,
that's cute.
Hank.
We're dressed up as Joe Dirt.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
He humps Daisy May on a regular when we see her.
Man,
no ma'am.
About arrangement.
Don't even make Wes Garrett come back up in here because Tibby is his woman.
That is true. Tibby is his lady.
Woo! That dog
but
get it real.
She likes anything that's got the hole on the end, not the poker.
Well, Lynn, you don't even know. That was Alexis's dog. I've got my own beautiful little Australian Shepherd now. It's Annie Mae.
And
Annie Mae is
big ass.
Did he violate her?
You keep that big brute of a dog away from
me. Did he fucking violate her?
No, but you could tell in his eyes. He's his daddy's dog. Sick bastard.
I bet
you
violated
you were
her.
beside Lynn and Paul at, I think it was Covington.
It was Covington because we came in the truck. We didn't have our RV.
Sorry,
you didn't have your RV, and it was like, oh my God, it's like
your
plain
daughter got violated.
Look, Tibby just like walks over and he just tempts my dog.
Is a whore. Let's be clear.
And I mean, whatever.
She literally like comes over.
She's in Mississippi.
Hey.
The sad thing is, though, she runs over there and she immediately just lays on her back, and she just wants Hank to play. And I have to whip her. I just like, you're not doing that. And you could hear Lynn just laughing and looking at me.
No, ma'am.
So we're done. Your dog cannot come around mine anymore.
He loves her. Like, I can literally say her name, and he's like,
man, there ain't no more money.
Okay, let's be honest. Hank is a player. He likes all the ladies.
He loves the ladies. He loves everybody,
including you.
There ain't no damn money out here. Anna, tell him to
spend
money.
Why are you blaming on me, Carmen?
I don't know. You're from Texas. Shit. That's for the money.
You're from Texas too. Shit.
Fuck.
What else
are we going to talk about?
Shit at the end of the day. I mean, come on.
Okay, so Wes said, what was y'all's worst turn-ins that you've ever done?
Shit.
Just one that you can remember that you were like, I can't believe
I'm cooking.
Hey, that we cooked, our husband cooked. Because I ain't never turned in nothing that I didn't like.
No. Wes, I will say this is going to come off very.
Don't fucking ask me that freaking question.
We turned in brisket at Murfreesboro, and this is
was
not
it your
a
brisket?
pat on the back. But it was shit. I hated it. It was. I said, "This is the chunky-ass brisket we've ever turned in." It was so like texture-wise was very chunky. Like, ugh.
Gritty like.
Perfect. First place.
Go
Which
fucking
fucks with your
figure.
mind, right?
Yeah.
We did a practice cook
freaking
last
figure.
weekend. Sunday we did brisket, and I'm like, this tastes like Murfreesboro brisket. So I don't know if this is good or bad. Because in my opinion, it was bad. And
Really?
I can't reconcile with that when it's like that.
What did you
You're
do?
like, what do you do?
Well, but that's the bad thing is when you're disappointed in it, and what we think is our worst turn-in, 9 times out of 10 is going to wind up getting a call, and you're like, I can't even replicate it.
You're right. I agree.
Why do you
but this was
overthink shit? Why do you overthink this shit?
So talking about brisket and worst things we've turned in. So okay, so me and my husband, we cook as a team. I cook chicken and pork and help with ribs, and he cooks brisket. Brisket's his thing. He's a damn good brisket cook. But he cuts it. We cut it together. He cuts it. I hold it for him, and then I'll do it and all that stuff and box it. I make the box pretty. Yeah. Until this motherfucker wants to touch me.
You hold his brisket and you box it for him.
I hold his meat in my hands.
I bet you do.
Hey, he's got this shirt a buck for years ago. What does it say? I like to
hell yeah.
You put it in your mouth or something like that. I don't know. So okay, listen,
I just out there.
ADD.
I thought it was gonna get us monetized. Sorry, but
nobody wants to give me no money. So listen. So I'm boxing this brisket, right? And the box is like they're not stacking in there right. They're not laying down right. It's making me mad. Scotty starts cussing me. I said, he's like, what is wrong with us? And so he took a bite of one of the pieces. He's like, this tastes like shit. The box looks like shit. We can't fucking cook no more. He's like, I ain't no brisket cook no more. I was like, okay, calm down. And so I was like, wait a minute. So I tasted it. I was like, wait, appearance don't matter here. It's all about taste. I was like, honey, this is fucking good. You nailed this. I was like, it's way better than last weekend that got first. And I was like, this is better than him. He's like, but look at this box. This is the ugliest fucking box that we've ever done. I was like, I know.
Go back to my comments earlier. Ugly ass boxes people post on Facebook, but they must taste damn good.
I wish I could tell you. I mean, it wasn't our best box, but I mean, it didn't look like shit like some of the shit that I've seen. But I mean,
I had to finish.
I think we were too about it.
First,
but that's us. That's just I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be so pretty. And if something doesn't fit right, or you got a rib that doesn't want to sit upright, no matter how much you put against it, I have been almost in tears. Like, I don't even want to turn this in. It looks so horrible, and get straight nines, in appearance. And I'm like, why was I so worried about?
Why were you so worried about that?
And then the taste and tenderness is what kills you. It's like, why am I worried about the lowest multiplier? So
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's my strategy about my kale or parsley. It's like,
we don't get to use kale or parsley down here to pop up our stuff.
I understand, but
and that's awful because it just does not look as good.
Agonize over these,
over the
parsley and kale, like the time, and like, my God, like at the end of the day, like a bag of kale, and take out the stems and dump it in there and put meat on it, like
woo!
Thank you.
Up in here.
Carmen needs another drink.
Hell
you need to add another zero to that.
And you notice David is not come through.
What's up?
I think
there's my mother.
I go back
I
and
love
look at our
brisket. Don't talk about my son-in-law. This is my mom coming in. Oh yeah. Scotty doesn't know where
somebody donated. Big Rex, is that for Hank? Because Hank needs
hold the phone. Okay, so Anna, what did you make to drink?
Oh, I'm just drinking some wine.
Okay, and then what do you got, Joey?
Oh, he
Now
never
I've
did
got
bring you any more
nothing.
whiskey.
But I had
Oh
digits
my God. Why doesn't he bring you another whiskey?
because he sucks.
Oh my God. Do you want to get up
But
and
he's
get your
cute,
own whiskey
so I
or
keep
what?
him. He'll bring it now that I'm giving him shit. It's called Digits Whiskey. It's Scottie Pippen's whiskey. It's actually quite nice.
It
Nice.
sounds good.
Huh.
It's a picture
So,
of his
Carmen.
hands, and
Yeah.
they're very large.
What's your worst that you've ever turned in?
Oh shit. My worst.
Yeah.
Mm,
Nothing.
I mean, personally, I don't think that I've ever like turned in like, well, maybe the drink this past weekend. I might have got 11th, but
I turned in
I've cooked.
my grill grates on my chicken one time. Aww.
Aww.
My grill grates on my chicken one time years ago, a long time ago. Got really, really dark, and it like pretty much. I hated my chicken. I was so mad, and it hit first place, and it got us the grand champion.
There's no need in that bullshit tonight.
Yeah, no shit. God damn. Oh hell. John is it? Oh hell. He's like $9.99. He's like, y'all are okay.
Well,
Drink,
thank
Jolie.
you, John.
You gotta
I
make
need
her
it
drink.
because I got nothing. I mean,
Go get you something.
I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna pull a Phil and go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no. What you need to do is go. I need to check the tires.
I'm gonna go check the tires. David just yelled, "I'll bring it."
I'm gonna go check the tires.
I'm kicking the
I'm gonna
tires
go
right
check the
now.
tires. That's it. I mean,
He
really.
did just yell at me. Thank you. I needed it,
What?
John. Pretty bad,
Oh.
David, when people have to pay for my whiskey.
Is he coming to get you your whiskey?
He is.
Oh, thank you, John. Appreciate it, man. She's
John is the man
making
in my
money
world right now.
And don't
All right,
forget,
so what
John
is
also
one of
organizes
y'all's
a
favorite?
contest
No, we
in
asked.
Alaska. Maybe
Man,
you
she's
guys
making
can think
money
about
while
going
she's
up.
sitting down.
Okay, Wes, you're talking over us. What do you want to say?
My apologies, ladies. My apologies. I said John organizes a contest in Alaska. Since it doesn't take you guys a whole lot of pushing to go somewhere, sign up for the contest.
Man, I'm there.
Carmen's like, I'm
Man,
throwing
we're Alaska. I ain't about the cold.
Man, I'm there.
Hey, but no.
you help them out with some drums, and they'll be there.
Man, if you can
Are
hook
y'all
us up-
good?
If you can hook us up with like 2 drums, we're good.
Yeah.
There you go, brother.
It's
It
cold.
it was such a fun time. This past weekend. On Lake Relax. It was amazing. Shiggin and grinning, freaking Jeff and Derek. I mean, man, it was such a great time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean, just to know that you're walking on that. I mean, man, we lit the drums and it was
like Phil
sketchy.
was talking about a while ago.
It was
That's crazy how them drums and then like the
And
dip in it.
it was
Mm-hmm.
it was so sketchy
Did
because
y'all have to get used to it? Like, did you
Hey,
feel
look,
weird walking around? saying,
I know I
Yeah,
had
that's
to
it.
get used to it because I was out there at 4:30 in the morning. I lit that damn drum, and then by 7, I'm like, whew. I mean, when I cracked
How bad was
open,
it melted?
Mixing that with oil.
I cracked open my first freaking White Claw, and it was frozen. And I had to shake it up a little bit. And I'm like, because it's before chicken, it's always my thing. It's kind of like I don't know, like a good luck thing for me.
Yeah.
Before chicken, like to crack open my White Claw or Truly or whatever I have. And so, man, it was frozen. So I
That's pretty awesome.
my thumb on it. I was like shaking it, and so I took a swig.
How did you shake that thing again? I mean,
Fuck off, Wes. You're
donation
a sick
coming
guy.
to me.
Thank you, honey.
I just wasn't sure how you shake a cold beer. I mean, I've never seen you go that
I
cold.
want it noted for the record. Dave was reported
Anyway,
for stock.
So I was like, man, this is gonna be freaking sketchy, bro. And I'm like, man,
Was it like this, or was it like this?
it was chicken turning.
Don't run me out.
Asking for a friend.
I don't want to break my ass. I broke my ass at freaking the World KCBS thing. I did. I broke my tailbone. And I'm like,
What?
oh, yeah, I did. Anyway.
She's accident prone at cook-offs. I'm telling y'all. She is.
Horrible.
Brought me water.
It was horrible. Yeah.
He brought you water?
2021.
How the hell did you break your tailbone?
Yeah, I did. I walked out on our step and I went with the port grease.
Last year?
2021.
Oh.
So, yeah. I mean, I always get hurt at cook-offs. So, anyway.
Is that like Wes? Is that your key to success? Like you get hurt, so you win? Wes's thing is to flood the trailer or his hotel room. I'm pretty sure he's guaranteed a big one this year because he flooded his hotel room.
I told her when we got
I was about to say, didn't you flood the hotel room?
Yeah. And the trauma that ensued from that, I think Wes was secretly happy. Hannah was traumatized. But Wes deep down inside was happy.
When you can shut down a whole wing of a high-rise hotel.
And floors.
The floors. Completely a whole side for 3 floors down. You're doing something right in life.
That's the kind of clout that Wes brings.
Y'all think I'm kidding when I say this, because I am one of the most superstitious people. The moment that happened,
I think I am too.
I am.
I can't bring it to the table with Phil. I really can't.
Carmen, I signed up for Sip and Swan about 4 hours after it happened. I was like, fuck it, we're cooking an extra one. It means something. It just means something. So I was like, let's do it. I was like, that's always good for one win. If you flood something that bad, it's got to be. So
I said to Wes that day when we were there, like purveying the damage, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a big win in your book this year. This discounts all your trailer floods. This is like this.
It does. So
nice.
That's just our we don't do it on purpose. If it happens on purpose, it doesn't count. It does. Anytime I have flooded my trailer or something, it has been by complete accident. So,
man, you're on.
Wes, how many times have you flooded your trailer?
Pretty sure waking up with the fire thing blowing in your mouth was an accident.
Yes. Well, the first time we were there.
I mean, apparently Hannah didn't wake up, or you didn't wake up. I don't know how it went, but I mean, what a shit show.
Well, it woke us up, and you got to realize this was a 45 gallon a minute, or a 15 gallon per minute.
15 gallon per
minute. That came out, and it ran for 45 minutes before they can turn it off.
A video on, and all of her like clothes were ruined. Yes. I would have been like, bitch,
Carmen,
we been downstairs going, motherfucker.
Girl, we flew in that morning and we're like, well, our flight was landing at like 8:30.
Oh, hell no.
And we knew that Wes and Hannah weren't going to be up because they were already there. When we landed and turned our phone on, it was like boom, boom, boom. It's like, well, this is bad. And we're like,
horrible.
What the hell? It was
terrible. Well, you guys saw the video Hannah took.
Was like, this is
if I told you how bad that was about 10 minutes into it, and that water ran like that for 45 minutes. So,
all right, let's switch the cruise. We're floating down the hallway.
Let's switch the gears. We've got, I think 10 minutes. Yeah.
We've probably got 5 minutes. So,
really, are you really cutting us
money? So, Lynn, what's coming off next?
Anybody got any questions?
Lynn, tell me.
Oh,
What are you gonna do?
likey.
I
I
got nothing
know.
else.
You're so beautiful, Lynn. Oh my gosh.
Anything else is skin.
I love it.
Whoa, skin's next, boys.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, here comes Tree. Brace yourself.
Pay to see it.
I'm telling you.
Tell me, Lynn, what's up next for you?
So we don't have anything until Sip and Swine, and then it's on for several weeks in a row.
Yeah.
What's
Keep
up?
it-
Yeah,
keep it close.
KCBS is just starting, huh?
Well, honestly, it started in February. Well, January, February in Florida, and we just didn't. We're just not driving the 12-hour ones this year.
Yeah. Y'all want to
Yeah.
stay close to home, and
We're gonna stay close to home, and try to build up. Paul's trying to build up his vacation leave again.
yeah.
And
Sure.
last year we took like 2 for real vacations. We've missed Sip and Swine for the past 2 years because we were in Cancun, and so we went the week before Christmas this time, and we're going back in July.
I love that.
And I'm ready. I really enjoyed like a for real vacation where I did not cook for anything, and I never was in a race to get anything turned in, and just get up when you get up.
Yeah.
And
We could have done the barbecue cruise.
and so
I
if
love
we
Oh,
had
yeah,
not
y'all did that.
just gotten back from Cancun, we probably would have done that one. So
It was a lot of fun. We had a good group. We had the Muttley
Hey, where's
Cruise.
Scotty at?
It was
There
good.
he is. Show your
That's
titties.
true.
Show
Oh, yeah.
your titties.
Everybody's done off now. We could have got the money while ago for Scotty.
Scotty showed his titties, y'all.
That's worth 99 cents.
Can't pay up.
I think they're asking for their money back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I want the money
y'all
back.
pay up money.
Hey, so have y'all looked into doing that Hawaii cook-off? It's a case of BS. We're talking about it. We really want to do it. I mean, I think the payout's only $5,000, but I mean,
Yeah.
the thing about it is going to Hawaii. You know, we've never got to go, so that's what we was like. It'd be part of our vacation.
It's in November, I think, right?
No, it's the
December?
end of July.
At the
The
end,
end of July.
I thought it was in November.
Yeah.
It's in the end of July.
Refund.
Refund.
Ain't no
Scotty, come
refund.
back. Scotty, come back and give him a really good show.
Well, I think it was in the fall.
The thing about it is I have my winter body on right now. It's two different bodies. I have a summer body and a winter body.
It's in July.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And so we was like, all right, so that'll be part of our vacation. And then plus, it'd be really cool to go over there and cook, you know? So,
Yeah.
we're gearing up. We got a lot of cook-offs coming up because we just got done building our house. And so we didn't get to cook for a while. And so now we're back in the roll of things and get to cook and stuff. And so we have Houston this coming up weekend, and then we have Austin next weekend. And then, which is another really big one that we had to move in on Thursday. And then we have.
I'm already tired.
Scotty said he's already tired. Well, see, it's hard for us moving in on Thursdays because
Hey,
we own oil.
Scotty,
company, so it's
you
hard
really
for us.
don't do shit. Anna does everything. What the fuck?
Carmen does it.
Carmen,
She
shut
goes,
up.
Cooks and plays video games.
I mean, exactly.
Carmen, you're about to make me lose my sponsors. Thanks, Carmen.
Video games. He
Phil's
plays
listening to
video
you right now.
No, you do. You play video games with my son.
Yeah.
I beat him too.
Lisa, I would love to come to Hawaii in July, but I don't think I'm going to be able to sell that to my husband this year.
No, it's hard enough to try to get him to go to Virginia. Joel, what's your plans? You kith and kin?
It's hard enough to get him to go to Mississippi. Let's be honest, and we border Mississippi.
Don't even say it. Don't that you Texas ladies don't say it. I know it's hard to get anybody to come over here. But
Let's be honest here. I'm number one in
Well,
the
have you ever thought about coming to Texas to cook?
Absolutely.
End of March, I
I
will
think
be there.
about doing all of it.
Yes.
David
Bring it
has
on.
other
To.
We got
Be
plenty
there
of room
in
for y'all.
Come
We'll
and
pick
stay
y'all
with
up.
you can come and stay with me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all fly in. Y'all can stay with us.
Let me put that on 2026. I can't sell that to David this year.
Wes, you said you coming the end of March. Where are you coming to?
To Cedar Fest.
Oh, you're going
Bill.
to
I'll be there.
We're
I'm
not done
signed
here.
up. We're ready to roll. So, but I keep hearing
You already got signed up,
everybody's
Wes,
going to
or
other
no?
places. What's that?
Hang on, you
Hey.
signed up.
Wes,
I'm signed
did
up.
you literally sign
But
up?
has he paid?
Yes, yes.
Oh my god.
Look, I have paid out to
Cedar
all of
Fest is like 8 hours for us. I doubt we do it.
Y'all
Come
need
on
to
now.
go to
And
Brandon,
plus, what weekend is
Mississippi.
that on? That's
That is the
Alvin
last
Music
weekend of
Festival.
March. And look,
Tootie.
Oh, yeah, that's
Tootie,
Alvin. We're doing
sign up
Alvin.
or no?
yeah, that's what I heard. That everybody's going to Alvin for the big CBA. But look, there
Alvin's
is a
fun.
contest the 1st of May in Brandon, Mississippi, right in the central part of it. There's one in the 1st of April in Brookhaven. I'll
Yeah, we
bring
did
y'all back.
Mississippi. That's where Bill got his 7
You
at.
did.
We was
That's
with
right.
him.
You did, Brandon. We're having it again. So you guys come back.
Yeah.
Well,
Sign
yeah.
up.
That's
I
what
mean,
Scotty said. We might do that because it's only like 4 hours for us.
Yeah.
don't
You guys.
don't
Are y'all
like
doing that, Joel?
That's as far as it is for us. You got no
Really?
excuses. I mean,
Are
it's
y'all
4 hours
doing
for
all of
us.
those? Are you doing
The
Smoking on the
Brookhaven?
Res?
Yes.
Brookhaven, and there's another one.
You're thinking of South Haven.
South Haven.
South Haven
Yeah,
is
it's
That's
South
practically Memphis. But yeah, look, we've got the matter of fact, Lynn, Lex, and Robert are actually going to be the organizer or the reps at the Brandon one. So bring your butt.
I think we are signed up or going to sign up for that one. We're not
Yeah,
signed up yet.
You're not on there yet because
I had told Lex that we pretty much I did a search for them as organizers and for reps, and I think we're doing because they're doing a couple of the competitor series, and we're actually going to do some competitor series. We're teaming up. Oh, this may be a surprise.
Oh,
We're going to team up with another team. And we will be called Hot Tutors.
Lisa
I
got
know
the proclamation.
get you some of that kale salad she's famous for. Get it early though.
Jason and Paul and Lynn.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So yeah, there was just some that we've always wanted to do that are really close. Like there's one in Murfreesboro, there's one in Springfield, there's the one in Clarksville that we've never gotten a chance to do.
A great idea because you're right. They are there and they're great weekends. And and I'm like, David and I need a new team.
So I mean, it's just one of those where a lot of the backyard teams that we originally started with, they're all still cooking and they're doing a lot of the competitor series. So it's like the old startup time. So
I love that.
And so it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I love that.
We'd love to have you come down. I don't think you guys, the last time I had you come into Central Mississippi was Byram, Mississippi. And I remember Paul looking at me going, I'm never fucking coming back to this place again.
He said that about Georgia.
No. Georgia smelled like roses compared to this. I have never.
Let me
it probably smelled like freaking.
Taste it in my mouth.
It probably smelled like freaking his freaking trailer when he unloaded.
So in full confidence, they have this contest right next to a rendering plant that was supposed to be off that they ran that weekend, and it was also during the Sahara Desert when all the stuff was coming over, and it was sandy, dusty, and it smelled like rotten carcasses.
You probably unloaded on their ass.
Oh, it was awful.
We did GC that.
You did.
We did. And Paul goes, I'm never coming back here. And they haven't been back here.
Asshole Wes.
So, yeah.
Wait, are you talking about O'Brien?
No, Byram.
Byram.
Oh, and Byram. Oh,
yes,
God.
Swinging Bridge Festival.
Swinging Bridge. That was our first real KCBS.
Yeah, we got lost that day. Got pissed.
It stunk like that. We got lost. It
did.
Like
it
we
did.
Went to the racetrack.
Apparently, you got lost on a racetrack?
Was being held.
No, the maps wouldn't get her to the proper place, so she was not happy. If y'all haven't seen Joel get pissed off, You got to do it one time in your cooking career. She doesn't hold back and has no filter, just like I'm sure you ladies don't even do.
That's why we're all on this call. We don't have filters.
Man, I don't freaking have a filter anywhere.
I actually called y'all the
What's a
power
filter?
ladies of barbecue, and I mean that for sure.
What'd you call us?
The power
The
ladies
ladies
of
right
barbecue.
now are the glue
Man,
that keeps
I'm definitely not a freaking power lady in freaking barbecue. But
All right.
Hey,
Oh,
Well,
you
we're
pouring
in
out a candle in your
But-
photo.
I mean, the ladies that I'm like on the phone with, I mean, I have mad
Yeah.
respect for them and I love them dearly. You know,
Oh yeah.
so
We got a bunch
By the
of
way,
girlfriends
Wes,
down
did
here
you
that
pick the
cook
photo
that are
for
real
the
good.
promo?
I did not. Our illustrious supervisor Bill did that.
Bill
It looks
what?
good, Joanne. I'm going to be honest with you. But no, she's pissed because we didn't have the one of her holding 14 trophies walking up. We'll put that out there in the comments so y'all can see she is a winner. Y'all know
Well,
that.
this is where I talk about the poker stoker.
oh shit, because you
blowing out a
did say
candle,
something about that.
blowing.
And I'm curious to know what the poker stoker is.
That is a
the
whole
best
nother
fire
conversation.
tool you could ever have for your fire pit management. Not barbecue, but fire pit, like
Okay.
you know, at home burning shit.
Don't
Yeah.
believe her, Carmen.
Like
That is her
fireplace?
nickname for David. That's what she's like. Come here, you little poker stoker. Come here.
That was her sorority nickname,
You
and that's how
called
they
me
did.
out, Lynn. Damn it.
That is
Or
David's nickname.
read.
Yeah. Well, guys, look,
Or
we're
read.
anything else you guys have, we're going to shut her down. If y'all want to have a backstage, y'all are welcome to it. You guys hit Bill up if you want. But anything before we head out of here? Anything y'all want to say, or any sponsors
We
you
need
guys
some
want to
more
talk
money.
about? Yeah, we all do.
LC barbecue.
Anyone?
B&B Charcoal.
There we go.
No, thank you for having us on. It's been great. It's been fun.
Thank you. It's been fun
Yes.
hanging out with the ladies. I hope the boys
Yes.
enjoyed it.
It was a blast.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you.
I enjoyed it. It was fun and exciting.
Mr. West.
Thank you,
Yeah.
ladies.
Do you hear Carmen talking? Don't you interrupt her.
That was the first time somebody did not get interrupted.
Mr. West.
Good night, ladies.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
can't wait to see you in person.
Will you please get me on the show? No.
No.
February 30th is all kids. We got you.
Okay. February 30th.
Me and
Reed.
Got you, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, we
We
really
gotta
appreciate
do
you guys coming on.
Thank you.
You have a good night. Have a good weekend. Good luck on your journeys and cooks and safe travel.